Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Stonehearth Alpha 20. Back again in the normal playthrough. And we're pretty much just kind of finishing up this area of the town here. I have a bunch of build orders happening concurrently. I hear combat somewhere close-ish by. It seems that we are okay for the most part. But I have a bunch of build orders here going on, so you can see they're going to be finishing up all of these parts of the road. We've removed the fences from this area, so hopefully we'll be able to fill all this in and kind of make it look, keep with the theme essentially here. We have one more building over here going up, and then I think what we want to do as well, they're going to move this and then start finishing up this portion as well. I did like the idea of kind of putting this up as a graveyard of sorts here, so I think it'll look pretty decent once it's all completed. Let's go ahead, say finished building. I see the problem. Okay, let's not do that quite yet. Do we have a mining order? We do not have any mining orders right now, but easy enough to fix. We'll go ahead and just place that guy there. That should give us a fair bit of stone here. Let's go ahead and I think I said harvest this. Yes, I in fact did. Perfect. So they will harvest that and that will help us out a little bit in getting towards our goal of getting some of this stuff done, as it were. So let's go ahead and have them at least start going for this. We're up to 33 Hearthlings now. Daily update. We did not do the daily update. We're getting closer and closer though. I don't know how many more Hearthlings we can realistically get into this town before we start running into some serious, frame rate issues, as it were. But the town is coming along, man. It's a little bit slow progress, but it's progress nonetheless. This is going up, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, just making sure. So they finished getting all this stuff out. Okay, they've built all this. Very good. Very, very, very good. So we got all that going on. So it looks a bit better, I think. Got a nice little fountain here. Little boyo on top of it. Perfect. So we'll get to work on all of this, and then we'll finish off these buildings here. And from there, we really need to decide where to kind of continue expanding. We could finish this area up here. We could also move over this way, remove potentially these buildings. I hear combat again. Over here? No. Over here? Ah, yes. The infamous wall that has protected us very, very well in these times of trials and tribulations here. So this will all get finished. This shouldn't be... Oh, no, it should. Okay, yeah, those are the corners there. The trader approaches the town. We're most certainly not too worried about traders at this point, I don't think. So this will all go in, and then we have this area more or less kind of put together here. We could fill in some of these areas, and we probably will as time goes on. But for the most part, we're basically done with that little kind of block, essentially. So now the question becomes, what do we destroy in order to make the rest of this work, basically? I think having this farm here works fairly well. I think what I would want to do... All right, we do have two buildings here that we could put up. Now, if we do that, here's the thing. So let's take this. We're going to remove this building. I think what I would rather have is grab our road tool. And how... Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. I think what we would want to do... is something, potentially, this isn't set in stone, of course, That doesn't really work too well. Well, it may and it might. Because we would essentially do something like this. It kind of works. I mean, we could just resize the farm too. Okay, let's remove this. Let's remove this. Very good. Let us do the same here. Yes, perfect. So what I'm thinking, it's gonna hurt our food score a little bit, but I think it's okay. Well, we'd have to reduce essentially all of these farms here by 1, so we could put the curbs in basically. Do we want to do that? Potentially. I don't love where this building is currently. That could change. Remove that building, yes. What is everybody working on? The mining order? Okay, invaders are already here. Very good warning. So let's grab this, let's grab this. And do I need to do a town defense? I really don't feel like I should need to. No, it would appear that we do not. Let's grab them, however. Slow down time so we can at least target these guys. And let's just get the archers kind of taken care of, because they just run away. Alright, you can get it too. And it looks like more combat here, so we're taking what I assume to be the general out, because they're the only ones who have kind of unique colors to them. These guys are getting damaged, but our cleric should fix them right up. Perfect. And then we will, of course, have them come back over here and defend this area. Do we fill this in? Potentially. Potentially we do, yes. I'd really like them to build that building personally. A trader approaches the town. We are absolutely not interested. Okay, the build order has been completed. We really don't need a blacksmith at all at this point, honestly. But what do we do here? That's the question. And I think I don't hate this idea. So we'll do the road. We'll do the curb with it, like that. This will follow in a thisly type direction. And then how many? Okay, let's get out of there. And let's get the cozy townhouses and flip those guys around. I think we pretty much settled on this kind of spacing. So we do something like that. And then essentially something like this. And let's take a look at what that might look like. Don't hate it. These buildings are probably gonna go, at least this one, because I don't really think we need it. I think that's the shared sleeping quarters. Yeah, it's only 4 beds. We really don't need it there at all. So we'll probably rip this guy down and replace it with some of these more quote-unquote modern looking buildings. And then start filling it in with, you know, this kind of texture. Not texture, this kind of block, essentially. So let's grab the road material that we would want to use. It will be this. It will be this. And then we would fill the rest of this in, essentially. So we'd grab it like so. Like so. I think we could probably pretty safely go out to about here. And then fill this stuff in. The reason I'm not connecting it up right there is because the way that the remove building button works is it usually will remove anything that's attached to it. So if I attach these 2 buildings, like even if I attach this road to this building, when I destroy this building, it has the potential to destroy everything connected to it, essentially. And I know this from experience. So we can build that up. We could even fit probably 2 more houses. Potentially we could fit 2 more houses. Let's take a look here, actually. Build, flip you around. So that's going to be, how far away did we decide these are going to be? About 3. Yeah, we really could. So maybe what we do, can we, there we go. Maybe we take that part of it off for now. And we could kind of cram these guys in here a little bit. We want to make sure that they're at least lined up, which it appears that they are. They would go back to, so that's 2 blocks. So they'd be right here. And right here. Yes? Yes. I don't hate that idea. Let's get out of there. We're gonna grab our erase tool. Well, we would erase right here. And then grab the roads. And grab these and put them in like so. And then the same thing, we'd grab the curbs here and we would just fill this in like this. And that kind of keeps more, it doesn't create so much empty space like we have here. I think that's a big thing that I want to kind of focus on is taking out some of this empty space as much as possible anyways. And we might even rip this guy down and then connect these 2 roads up here. Potentially. These are my ideas. This building's still not doing anything, which makes me wonder what everybody else is doing. We shouldn't have any... Okay, there's no mining commands. So what is everybody doing? Okay, what if we pause and then continue that building? Doors for sale. We're probably not interested in doors for sale. There's a lot of people just standing around. We don't have any other mining things going on. Are people sleeping? Not really. I'm quite curious to see what exactly is happening here. Invaders are approaching though. Oh, at the wall. We have not seen this. So let's grab you guys. We'll move you up here. Easy enough. What if we do a town defense mode? All right, here are all of our people huddled together. And then we will have them leave town defense mode essentially. And see if that kind of resets their want and desire to do what they're supposed to do. Okay, we will place them in a defense mode there. Are they like picking up just like the lootable stuff? No. Daily update. We did not do it. Yeah, they're like stuck on this build command. It would appear so anyways, right? All right, what if we initiate a new build command? Then what will happen? Interesting. We have stone. Doors for sale. We're still not interested in doors for sale. Do we have wood? We do not have wood. Okay. My bad. Let's actually just harvest both of those. And then maybe now that we've given them the resources that they need in order to do their jobs, they will now be able to do their jobs. Maybe. It would appear that that might be the case here. They just didn't have resources in order to fulfill the request here. So let's take a look here. We probably could have looked right there too, and it would have told us. But that's okay. So we got that figured out. So we'll do 2 buildings at once. It's not necessarily perfect, but it will do for now. And while they work on that, we can go ahead and finish putting in the curbs, at least on this side. Just like that, we will say, yes, start building, yes, start building, so on and so forth, right? So this will at least get this side finished, more or less. Yeah, kind of digging it. So they'll get to work on that. It's going to take them a little while, but we're at speed 4, so maybe we'll get you know, some semblance of work done here. Do we need to maybe move another one of these to have this be a thing? There's no reason why they wouldn't be able to fulfill this request, surely. One would think and hope. So those 2 will go up. I wonder if it has something to do with like the defense zones overlapping here. It shouldn't. I can't see why it would make that a thing. I hope these don't just get stuck like this, because that would be how you say frustrating. We'll see. It's an alpha game, and we are pushing it pretty hard at this point, up to 33 Hearthlings, and a reasonably sized, you know, little town here as well. I like the idea of this section right here and kind of doubling up the houses to fill in more of the space. Potentially something we could toy around with here. Not here, we already have a plan for that, but here certainly as well. Something we'll have to look into. Oh, I wish I would have seen that wood thing earlier. I'm sure somebody else saw it and they're like, ugh, you dummy. You can't catch it all though, I promise. When you're playing and recording and trying to do some kind of semblance of commentary, you don't catch everything. That's just how it is. But I like how this is coming along. I like the look of it, and I think once we get more of the area kind of finished, I think it'll look even better. So once we have kind of the edges of the city proper, we could put walls up around it. It is a, let's do a daily update. Didn't quite get it. Net worth is going to continue going up as we build. Farmer Jim's farm supplies. I don't think we particularly need that either. So many chickens. We have all the chickens in the world. In fact, let's take a look here. Well, okay, that makes sense. How are we doing here? Oh my gosh, we have so much. Savory meat stew. We're keeping 20. We need to bump that up, honestly. Maintain. Let's just do 40, man. Let's just get it going. The higher quality food will give you a better score, of course. So hopefully that kind of pushes us up towards getting those the 34th Hearthling into the town. One can hope. There's tons of stuff to loot over here, if anyone's interested. I wouldn't blame you if you're not, however. The thing that gets a little bit scary about this point of the game is since the enemies are so powerful, relatively speaking. It makes it a bit harder to do what I'm doing right now, where you send everybody else off on like an attack mission, simply because you don't know which way they're gonna go. Okay. This tends to work, pausing the game and then speeding up time again. Not always, but sometimes. We will clear the attack command and redo it. No. No. What if we do this? No. All right. We'll just clear everything then, and we will have them defend up here, I suppose. Hopefully they do that thing. The game is definitely getting a little bit, not buggy, but just not, well, I guess it could be considered a bug, couldn't it? Things aren't responding the way that you would assume that they would. Like, you just saw that completely, where I would issue attack commands and they would just essentially ignore it. Who are you and where are you going? Oh, okay, you're fine. I thought it was like one archer just running out up there, and I was like, you're dead. you're a lost cause. But the one thing that's a little bit weird is when you want to send people out on attack missions, like what we probably want to do right now, and then either they don't do that thing, or they're like not doing attack commands at all. Okay, pause the game, and we will have them defend here then. Invaders are approaching. Are you finally wanting to do some part of your job? Maybe. That could get problematic very quickly for us, actually. If we can't issue attack commands and kind of direct the troops, then we're certainly going to be much worse off than we necessarily could be, right? But that's okay. We'll keep working with it. These two buildings will go up. This is why I don't like building two things at once, because it just takes forever. But I think that's gonna do it for me. I'm kind of running out of time. Doors for sale again. Seems legit. Really wants us to get those doors done. You can get over here. I've seen you do it. You did not get food. That's okay. Are you guys for real right now? Yeesh. It's gonna be trouble, I'm telling you. I guess it was because it was outside of their defense zone. I guess that makes sense in a way. I don't know where you're coming from right now. Okay, we've done it. Just defend. Just defend right here. But like I said, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button. It does help me out so very, very, very much. And if you want to see more in the future, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you next episode.